Guys, we are taking this sizzle steak that I get at Walmart. You can see how thin it's sliced. And we're making it into jerky. This one it's a thinner sliced. I cut it thin, lengthways. And this I soaked in a marinade. This one, I'd only cut those in half. So it's still wider. And I did not use a marinade. I just used salt. So, I'm making those for an upcoming road trip. So, yeah. I'm going to make them. I'm going to store them in the freezer. And that way they'll be ready to go whenever I'm ready to go on my trip. So, follow along and see what I do. Hello, I've lost 180 pounds on a meat-focused diet. My weight creeps up from time to time, and right now I'm in the middle of a carnivore-ish reset. Listen, I'm making supper, so I kind of got a wild mess going on around here. That's dog treats, that ain't Terri treats. But what I want to do is we're going to make some of homemade jerky. I've got a couple trips coming up, and I want to see how this works. I bought something called sizzle steak. It's called beef chuck shoulder steak thin. So I'm going to get a glove. I'm going to actually put it in here, and then we're going to put marinade in there, and I'll be back. So when I looked up how to do this, it said to cut the steaks against the grain. So I think these are all going the same way. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut them into strips. And then I'll put them, where'd my baggie go? Then I'm going to drop this in the Ziploc bag. It's okay if some are thicker and thinner than the other, like on the ends. I'm not worried about it. But anyway, so I'm going to cut them into about an inch thickness. And we're going to be using our dehydrator. So I'll get these cut up and I'll meet you back here after I get them all cut up and loaded in here. Each package, just so you know, was about $12 and a little over a pound. So, just so we have a context of, all together, this will be about $24 for what I am making. So, all right, now I'm going to get this other one cut up, and then we'll get our marinade in there, and we'll get them. I'm going to let them marinate overnight, but I'll be back. Now, I don't have a recipe. So I'm just doing what I feel like. This is, like I said, it's all of them cut into strips. I'm going to add in some salt. There might be plenty in the other stuff, so I don't want to get too carried away with it. This is liquid smoke. I'm just going to pour some in. Just kind of give it that smoky flavor. And then some Worcestershire sauce. Some of y'all had told me that that's how you really pronounce it. Worcestershire. If that's right, let me know. Or if it's wrong, let me know. You know, on TikTok, that girl called it the wash your sister sauce. But that's one of y'all from England said, or Europe. I don't know, somewhere over there. Worcestershire. Anyway, you tell me if I said it right or wrong. Now let me get water till it's almost all the way covered. Hang on. Now I'm going to top it off with some balsamic vinegar. And then some apple cider vinegar. And then we're just going to let it sit in the refrigerator. We're going to marinate it till tomorrow. So the reason why I'm doing this, oh man, I don't know how long it's going to take to dehydrate, and so I'm off for the next. I don't have to work for 4 days, so I can try this, and hopefully I will remember to mark down the time I start and the temperature and all that stuff, so future Terri can have an idea how to do this again, how to replicate it. But yeah, so I'm going to set this in a bowl and I'll put it in the refrigerator and I will see you guys. I'll see you in the morning. Maybe it'll fit in here. There we go. All right, that's how it's going to sit, and I'll see y'all in the morning. We're going to get this started. I actually had some parchment paper and a big circle so it fits. So I don't know if I'm supposed to like tap it against something to dry it off a little bit or not, but I'm not. So I'm just going to get this laid out on here. And then I'll come back to you guys when I'm done with this and I've got them all stacked together. But I'm just going to take them all and line it up. So I did want to point out, if you go through my, gosh, I have so many videos. I don't even know how a person could find a video other than go into the search bar and typing Terri Leist meat chips. But I don't know. I don't know how to go about finding stuff other than that. Because like sometimes when somebody asks me about a video, that's what I have to do. If somebody's like, hey, have you ever XYZ, I have to go do a search on my name and type in what I'm searching for. But anyway, I have done this with lunch meat to make my own meat chips. They're not as clean, so you do what you want to do, but just know I've done that with lunch meat. So I wonder if you could do it with cheese. Anyway, I'm never buying cheese again. All right, so I'm going to put this, I'm going to keep going, and I'll come back when they're all layered up. Instructions, I said, all right, God said to do it between 145 and 160. So put it right there, and I'll cover it. First, this is going to take a long time, many hours. But depending on, I may end up having to move it over to my table, so you may see it somewhere else later. But that's what we got going. Let's talk. It's 3:30. Based on what I read, it's supposed to bend and crack, but not break when bend. So we're supposed to hear it crack. I hear a little crack. But it's still damp. I'm going to let it go. Let's see. 6:45, 3. Let's let it go till 4:45. It'll be an even 10 hours. So we'll give it till an hour and 15 minutes and then we'll come back. Ignore that back there. I just did dishes. So let's take this off and let's see what happens. So it says, I just want to double check. It says, done when bends and cracks, but doesn't break when bent. Okay. I hear it cracking. So, what am I going to do with that? I'm going to get a Ziploc bag. Oh, that's good. Hey. That's a good marinade option. I can taste that smoky and savory all together. So now we're going to put those in a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to see how many more I have left. Because then I'll just go ahead and whip it all up. To be honest, I feel like next time I won't cut them up. I feel like I want them to be big. So next time I won't cut them. But this is a first time experience. So instead of strips, just have it big, a big old hunk of thing. I'll try that next time. But anyway, we'll get them in Ziploc bags. And I'll see you in 10 more hours from now. Well, while I'm bagging them. So I'm excited that I will be able to have these because I can take these. It says that you can refrigerate and keep refrigerated for 2 weeks, which that's good. What I'm thinking is I will go on and put these in the freezer because I have a road trip in 2 weeks. So that way, by having them in the freezer, they will be... I can't think and do at the same time. I might have to get a bigger Ziploc bag. I will have to get a bigger Ziploc bag Hang on just a second, y'all. I'm gonna eat another piece. So anyway, yeah, since we're going on a road trip in a couple weeks, it's just a 1-day trip, but it's a 4-hour trip, and dadgum. Usually when I go, I end up eating 3-4 bags of protein chips. Well, this way, I ain't got to worry about having protein chips. I'll just have these meat chips. These can be as carnivore as you want them. You probably don't have to marinate them. I just did. So, because I just had never done this, so I really wasn't sure what to expect. So, I know these are not 100% carnivore, but you can make yours without them. And so yeah, let me see how much I have left. Let me load these up again, and I'll be back, and we'll show you how many I'm gonna have. Okay, so I ended up with 2 trays, which is fine. So yeah, so this plus those, and let me get it plugged in, and yeah, I'll see you in 10 hours, and we'll have them all ready. So I'm just gonna set a timer on my Alexa for 10 hours, and then I'll be back. So hey, remember when I lied and said that I was going to sometime buy more and leave them whole? Well, I didn't leave them whole. By the way, hi, I'm Terry. I'm very impulsive. Welcome to my channel. So I ran to Walmart because I thought, there was how many trays not being used? And so I'm not going to just have it running and not use all the trays. So there. So they're, now these top ones are going to be no marinade on them, just salt. So now I'll see you in 10 hours, and we'll see if we can tell much of a difference in them. Get the lid on it. And okay, I'll see you. Ugh, that's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to unplug it and reset it so that maybe like before I go to bed, I'll turn it on. So I'm just going to leave it unplugged, but whenever I do it, then it'll be 10 hours from then. Okay, bye. So for the record, okay, I have 5 trays, and 3 of them was filled up with 1 pound of that sizzle steak. So 3 trays is 1 pound. All right, so I used a timer outlet thing, so that way I was able to kick on and off when I needed it to. And now I didn't have to get up in the middle of the night or do anything like that. So we're going to compare them. Look how little, these are the little ones. So yeah, let's compare the taste of them. All right, so this is a seasoned one. Marinated. This took a long time to chew, so I definitely had to speed that up. Ha! This one is just the salted one. I wonder if it's the piece, because that just melted in my mouth. If I did again, I would just do the salted. Tastes really good. So, alright, well, now we got jerky. This jerky was $10 a pound. I don't know how much it is, like the Jack Links or any of that. Have to Google that and see what the difference is, but okay, well, we're done. Bye.